Alok Watts, who's also part of this panel, was just mentioning that this entire bulldozer action has got nothing to do with, grazing illegal settlements that have taken up, that have come about in an area which is just 20 kilometers away from the violence-affected Nuh. First of all, do you agree with that statement? Is that what it is? It is an attempt to just rein in on the people allegedly identified as culprits of the riots?
So this is like interfering with the law enforcing agencies. The law enforcing agencies in Haryana, they are quite capable. Maybe there might be a slight intelligence failure in the recent riots which took place. But then now they have pulled up their socks, so they know it very well where they are, what action they are taking in. So we have to allow the police forces to take action according to their investigations. We should not comment. This is a little irresponsible comment. And we are absolute with the Haryana government for the action they are taking.
No, but the Haryana government, when you talk about the government, let's talk about the Chief Minister and also the State Home Minister. They have come on record and they have said that very soon, and this is just a statement made 2 days back, one by Mr. Vij has been made early this morning, where they have mentioned that the bulldozers would be very soon pressed into action. Why this need for passing the bulldozer as a form of justice is my question, sir.
Well, what is wrong in it? See, in UP it has been a very successful, to crush the criminal elements. In UP it has been a successful formula, and in MP also we saw. So this is a very much needed thing, and the government has all the right to demolish all the illegal settlements, illegal construction, because these are all
illegal. Are you saying that this was a grazing of illegal structures, or are you saying this was raining in on the rioters? There are two different things, sir. And when it is about grazing illegal structures, why was no intimation given in to the people who were staying there? That is also an important follow-up question, sir.
If they are raising the structure of the rioters, that also is right. We are absolutely with the government. It is absolutely justified. It is much required, because we have to ensure the government has to teach a lesson to this kind of rioters, where how can these people throw stones, kill innocent people, attack women, children and the elderly people. So basically, there has to be a lesson which has to be taught to this criminals.
Shriraj Nair,
this is absolutely justified.
So basically, Shriraj Nair, you have basically identified who these rioters are. They only come from one community, and you're essentially saying the model of justice in this democracy like India has to be eye for an eye. And you are saying it's absolutely correct that the bulldozers should in fact graze the structures of the people associated, allegedly. I'm still using the word, because the inquiry is still underway.
See, America is considered as one of the civilized society. Madam, America is considered, USA is considered as one of the civilized society. What they did to Osama bin Laden? They went to Abbottabad, killed him and dumped in the sea.
Okay.
There has to, in certain cases, this kind of justice is required. These people, these rioters, these jihadi elements have
So basically,
to be
Mr. Shriraj Nair, there will be bulldozers that will graze the houses of the VHP or Bajrang Dal members who had swords in their hands, or the people who were responsible for killing the Maulana in that mosque near Gurgaon in Sona. Is that also going to be happening?
Madam, this was a one-sided attack.
No. Answer this question. Will you negate the fact that the Maulana died or not? Will you negate the fact that the Maulana also was killed or not?
Madam, every action has a reaction. Somebody is going to react, right? 5 to 6 people, 2 innocent policemen, homeguards were killed.
All right.
And another 3 youths were killed.
Mita Chakraborti, by that logic, sir, what we are getting to know from Nuh is also a retaliation of the 2,300 videos which the police is still looking at, which had inflammatory comments that were put on social media, and nothing was done about it by the BJP government in the state and the centre. Mita Chakraborti, bulldozer as a model of justice in a country democratic as India. How do you respond?
Good evening to all your viewers. And firstly, India is not a banana republic. There's a court of law. There's an investigation process. And I'm amazed at the kind of logic that is being put forward here, that, it's all right to have bulldozers within a couple of days of a incident happening. And a complete disconnect. Some people are saying that they were illegal settlements that were being mowed down. Even in that case, no prior intimation was given, no process being followed. And some people are saying that we kind of thought that these are rioters and these immigrants are responsible for the violence, and hence this bulldozer politics is being applied for. Now, this is not a banana republic. We claim that India is the largest democracy of the world. We take pride in India. What kind of example are we setting? What kind of news are we creating in the international forum? And it's amazing that people are actually justifying it. By all means, doesn't matter which community the person comes from. He can be a Hindu, he can be a Muslim, he can be a Christian, he can be an atheist. If someone is responsible for an act of violence, please do arrest him, put him behind the bar, hang him if you want to. But let there be proper investigation, let there be rule of law, there is a court. The court decides on the quantum of punishment depending on what has happened. The government is not the court. The government is not the judiciary. The government, the police forces are only responsible for carrying out the investigation, arresting the people and producing those people in front of the court. Let the court state what the quantum of punishment will be. What kind of democracy are we building here? And I'm amazed that there's a section of people who actually try to justify this kind of bulldozer politics. This has to end, period. I mean, once again, first of all, it shows a complete failure of the law and order situation in Haryana, a complete failure of their intelligence system. There are reports which suggest that the inspector had information that there would be attacks on a procession about a week before, and no actions were taken. This violence, this mindless violence could have been avoided. I do not know how the cybercrime department is operating in the state of Haryana. They did not act on social media posts that had gone viral. So, first of all, no proactive steps taken. And once the riot has taken place, you are just kind of going and you cannot just justify and villainize a whole community. You have to identify people who are responsible from both sides of the divide.